Hello and welcome to my channel On the Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And today let's see what's been on the hook. Today I'm releasing a new pattern for my Charlotte's Shawl, and here's the pattern. This is it. It's out on Etsy. It's called Charlotte's Shawl. There's a picture of the whole shawl there so you can get a look at what the shawl looks like. The thing that I really like about this pattern is that there are no stitch counts. No, y'all know I hate stitch counts. I don't like them at all. And I've come up with this pattern that does not demand that you keep stitch counts. I think that really squashes your creativity. But I wanted to show you the shawl on Crystal, who is my mannequin. So Crystal is coming over to let me talk about it. This was actually made with two different yarns. A fingering yarn, beautiful, beautiful yarn. And I held two strands together. If you watch my YouTube channel, you would know that I pull a strand from the center and I unroll a strand from the outside so that I can use one ball to hold two strands together. And that works for me. It may not work for you, but if you're using a skeined ball of yarn and fingering yarn, you can do the same thing. If you find that inside, pull, and then the outside, and you can work with it that way. Or buy two skeins, which you probably should anyway, and pull from either side of each one, however you usually like to work with your pulling your yarn on your crochet. And this is also a fingering yarn. These are both very beautiful pearl fingering yarns. They're 100% superwash merino. Not that I'm going to be washing my shawl a lot, but I did buy this because it was on a YouTube channel called The Knot House. And they have these two yarns, and they had actually knitted a shawl with these two colors, and I thought they were so beautiful. I bought them. So I bought two hanks of this yarn and one hank of this yarn. And I wrote down how much I actually used to make the shawl, and I'll show you that in 1 second. I used 129 grams of the main color, and then of the edging color I used 57 grams. So that is how much yarn I used. I bought two hanks of this, one hank of that, and that made this beautiful shawl. Now let me show you the shawl real quick. I used K and L hooks to make this, and in the pattern I tell you when to use those particular hooks. What I did was I designed the shawl so that it would have some interest in the front and plenty of interest in the back and along the edges as well. I don't use two strands of yarn through the whole shawl, so you'll use fewer strands in order to especially make the edging very delicate. It is very delicate at the end, so it's not stiff because there are two strands being used. I only used one strand here at the bottom of the edging. The edging is not difficult. It is a beautiful, what I consider a beautiful design, but it's very simple. It's nothing that's going to throw you off course. If you are a beginner or maybe an adventurous beginner, you can certainly make this edging, or you can just finish the edging right here and not go any farther, or do a row of single crochet along the bottom. You can do anything you want with this particular shawl. It's not difficult to do, but I wanted to have some interest in the front. And I don't know if you can see that. There are some lines here across the front. And I actually crocheted so there'd be very few lines on the side, on the back side or the other side. Either side, you can wear it on either side. But there is one line here at the top and then two lines here across. So you can wear it either way. Now, you can wear it with the point in the front. I don't care for it much like that, but I will give it a try. I really like wearing this as an actual shawl, and maybe with a shawl pin here to hold the shawl together. And then in the back, it's very kind of a large shawl. It's 50 inches across, and then it is 30 inches this way, 30 inches to the point of the triangle. And if you can see this, there are lots of different stitches here. I didn't make it a boring shawl. And every row is a little bit different. I think I've just got a couple of repeat rows here, but mostly the rows are different so that it's not boring to make. The instructions are very much conversational, as they always are in my patterns. So I hope you enjoy Charlotte's Shawl. It's on my Etsy shop at On the Hook by Jeannie, Jeanne. And I'll put a link to it down in the description below if you would like to take a look at it. So this again is Charlotte's Shawl. I hope you like it. It's a beautiful shawl for fall.